Do you want a weapon that feels like it never has to cool down and to rip apart large groups of enemy troops? You need to use the SE-44C. Welcome back to Blaster's Breakdown in Star Wars Battlefront 2. Today we're talking about my favorite weapon, and I would argue the best overall weapon in the game, the SE-44C. This weapon is for the officer class and is the last weapon unlocked. There are 3 attachments available like all other weapons, but the 2 you need to be running on this are the cooling and rapid fire. The final attachment is a night vision scope, but like all night vision or thermals in this game, it will only show you enemy locations half the time. All numbers were gathered through in-game testing, and stick with me till the end and I'll tell you the loadout that I use to take down enforcers on your own. I call it the Wookiee Killer. Before we get into the stats, if you enjoy this video, please hit that like button and let me know in the comments what you want next. I love to hear back from you guys and I value your input. I haven't been doing this for long and I've learned more and more every day. In the last 28 days we've had 164 subscribers and I am greatly appreciative of all of you. Also, if you can hit that subscribe button and join our ranks, I would greatly appreciate your support. New videos are out on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and stop by the streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 PM Central, and we can talk in real time. So let's get into the SE-44C. The SE-44C has a standard 25 rounds that can be fired before the system forces you to cool down, which is more than any other officer weapon. With it being fully automatic, it's nice to have a few extra rounds since you're likely to miss a few more shots. However, after you get the cooling attachment, you basically become a heavy with 50 rounds before needing to cool. This is higher than any other weapon in the officer class, and one of the things that makes this weapon so amazing for those multi-enemy engagements and prolonged fights. The cooling attachment is an absolute must on this weapon, and why I prefer it over the Blurg's 20 rounds. When it comes to the rate of fire, the SE-44C without the rapid fire attachment has a rate of fire of 330 rounds per minute, which is second highest in class to the Blurg. Without the rapid fire attachment, I would place the Blurg above the SE-44C. However, if you can go ahead and grind out those now 400 kills with the weapon and get that rapid fire mod, it'll increase your rate of fire to 510 rounds per minute. While it's still lower than the Blurg, the increased number of rounds you can fire with the SE-44C allows you to continue engagements for longer than the Blurg would, and allows you to take down multiple enemies much easier. The Blurg is also a burst weapon, whereas the SE-44C is fully automatic. Burst weapons are extremely strong, but also very unforgiving. If you miss a burst, you're most likely to lose the fight, whereas with a full auto, if you miss, you just have to make a slight adjustment to get back on target, and you're far less likely if you miss a few rounds to lose. The rapid fire again is a must on this weapon. When it comes to damage, the SE-44C does 34 damage at close range and drops down to 17 damage at long. This is the second highest in class, again losing out to the Blurg's 37 damage per round, but it still drops enemies extremely fast due to the rate of fire, and again being fully automatic. Headshots with this weapon, much like all other officer weapons, have a 1.9 multiplier, so at close range you'll deal 64 damage at a headshot, and at long range you'll deal 32.3. All the officer weapons have a 1.9 multiplier, so there's nothing really special here numbers wise, just to give you an incentive to get those headshots. At close range it will take 3 shots to kill a specialist, 5 to kill an assault or an officer, and 6 for a heavy. When it comes to long range, it'll take 6 for specialist, 9 for officer or assault, and 12 for a heavy. However, it won't feel like you're firing off that many shots, especially if you can land a few headshots in there, and with the grouping or recoil on this weapon, it's not hard to get a headshot after a couple rounds. The grouping on the SE-44C does rise pretty quickly, but as you can see in the grouping patterns coming up on your screen now, the majority of shots are at the maximum rise, so if you aim center mass, you'll be hitting the head in a few shots, and the headshots will cause the enemy to drop a lot faster. However, if you lay on the trigger for long periods of time, you're likely to miss a lot of your shots, especially at farther ranges. So with this, I would recommend a manual burst at medium to long range, firing off 3 to 5 rounds, releasing for a brief second, and then firing again. This will keep your shots on point, and allow you to down enemies quickly at a distance with a few headshots if you aim center mass. When we get to cooling on this weapon, a manual cool or partial reload is 1 second, blue will come up at 1.16, and gold comes up at 2.06. If you wait for the timer to count down completely on its own, it will take 3 seconds to fully cool the weapon. However, you'll normally be able to hit that blue pretty easily, and this is the same for pretty much all other officer weapons as well. And so now, it's time for me to tell you guys about my favorite loadout that I tend to run all the time in Blast and generally in Galactic Assault if I'm not trying to get those sweet battle points. So this kit I call the Wookiee Killer. It's since you're able to take down enforcers by yourself without any support. For this kit, you will need to run the SE-44C, which we've been discussing, with the rapid fire and cooling modifications. For cards, use the improved flash grenade, which increases the radius of the blast, the disruption card, which will replace your turret, and improved battle command that increased your health. When you see an enforcer, you try to lead with a flash. However, it's not necessary to blind them first, it just makes everything a lot easier, at least until they nerf it. And the next thing you want to do is hit the disruption, which will take about 2 to 3 seconds to cast, and immediately, as soon as you hit the button to activate it, roll to the side either left or right. But make sure you keep the Wookiee in front of you. Once the disruption 2 to 3 second cast time is up, it'll go off and shut down the Wookiee's weapon. The reason for the roll is to make it a little harder for them to hit you, especially while you're waiting for disruption to go off, and once disruption does go off, you're free to unload on this Wookiee until they die. And at the end, you can collect your fur rug as a trophy, and you can continue on with this game. I drop enforcers with this kit all the time, and it works on every single version of the enforcer. This is by far the most effective killing kit that I have found with the officer class, and the SE-44C just makes it so much easier. I really do appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video, and I really want to hear from you. So in the comment section down below, let me know what type of video you want next. And if you liked this video or learned anything from it, please let me know what you learned. If you can hit that subscribe button as well, I would love your guys' support. I love having you guys here, and I appreciate you guys coming back. If you're on the PlayStation, you can join my PlayStation community. It's RedWolf72ps4, and you can find me on Twitter at RedWolf72ps4. Thank you all for watching, and as always, I will see you in game.